Good afternoon. We're here for a Public Works meeting, Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. We're going to start off with a roll call and determination of quorum.
Roberts. Pettigrew.
Here.
Lehman.
Here.
Maher.
Here.
Roseland.
Here.
A quorum is present.
Thank you. Next up is the adoption of the agenda. However, Mr. Tech would like to add an item to our agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In front of you is a summary sheet of an item that I would like to add to the agenda. The agenda title is Approve Award of Informal Quote for St. Joseph Street Emergency Street Repair, Project number 2831, CIP number 50549.24L, opened on July 19th, 2024 to the lowest responsible bidder, J&J Asphalt Company, in the amount of $117,583, and I'll be happy to speak to that item at the end of the agenda if this is added. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tech. I would entertain a motion to adopt the agenda with the addition of item 12. Motion by Roseland, second by Maher. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. General public comment, we're going to open and close because I believe everyone here is city staff. Consent items 1 through 10. Mr. Tech, if you'd like to take 1 through 9.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Items 2 and 3 are final change orders to recently completed projects. The first project was a continuation of the 12th Street reconstruction up in the West Boulevard area. Item number 3 was the recent paving that was completed on 7th Street. I would like to give some kudos to our engineering group that planned diligently for a fast-track project to get 7th Street repaved. There was a lot of coordination involved ahead of the work actually being done, so I think they did an amazing job. I think that project started on I think it was on a Friday and was completed by the next Thursday, so kudos to them for fast-tracking that project. Once again, that's a high visibility site with summer nights being located on 7th Street. The pavement was not in great condition, and we had concern certainly of the safety with people walking around there on foot on the street. So kudos to engineering for getting that done, and it looks like it came in under budget as well, or under bid price. Item number 4 and 5 are actually solid waste items. Number 4 is our MRF building. The electrical system is obsolete and needs to be rehabbed. So the professional service agreement, item number 4, is to design the improvements for the electrical components for the MRF. Item number 5 is authorization to seek proposals for our next permit renewal for solid waste. This is a process we've used for many, many years. It's a 5-year permit that we apply for through the State Department of Ag and Natural Resources, and we've utilized consultants to do this work, I think, for the entirety of the existence of solid waste at its current location. Item number 6 and 7 are authorizations for council to accept some H lots. Basically what that means is accept a right-of-way that is being donated at per city policy. If there is any property deeded to the city must formally accept it. I believe property owners were requesting the vacation of some existing right-of-way. So for that to happen, they also platted some additional right-of-way for the purpose of a future turnaround on that street. So good process, and these items are just a formality per policy for the council to accept. Item number 8 and 9 are sidewalk variances. Staff has reviewed these items and recommend approval of both of them. Item number 8 is for a building permit for, I believe, a convenience store at the intersection of Mount Rushmore Road and Moon Meadows Drive in the southeast corner. Once again, along Mount Rushmore Road, that is a state highway. It's no curb and gutter. There is no practical place to locate a sidewalk. In addition to that, the speeds along that expressway designation aren't a good place to put sidewalks normally as well. And then item number 9, South Plaza Drive. Once again, it's a rural road section. There's no place to put a sidewalk. Someday in the future, when those roads are reconstructed, hopefully to a urban section, that there'll be a place to put a sidewalk. And with that, I'll stand by for any questions on items 2 through 9.
Thank you, Mr. Tech. Mr. Beagley, do you want to cover your item real quick, and then we'll open for questions?
Yes, thank you very much. I just have the one item, and it is a final change order for the greenhouse project for a decrease in the cost of $391.05. That project is now complete, and if you'd like to swing by and take a look at it, it's out at the maintenance facility. It's an awesome building. Take care.
Thank you, Jeff. Would my colleagues like to pull any items for discussion? If not, I'd entertain a motion. Motion to approve by Roseland. Second by Maher. Mr. Tech, did you want to go over this item?
Yes, I most certainly will. So this is Dias Avenue, just north of Mall Drive. It is an urban section. There is a location for a sidewalk. When the street was reconstructed, the area for the sidewalk was graded. The adjacent property installed sidewalk, so there is sidewalk adjacent to this property. So pulling a building permit is what triggers the building of the sidewalk. They are requesting either will be pulling a building permit or already have for a property out there. Sidewalk or city staff does not see any reason to support waiving a requirement to construct sidewalk. However, this is certainly the council's decision. Sidewalk variances are the responsibility of the city council. And that's all that I have to share with you on that item.
Thank you, Mr. Tech. Mr. Pettigrew?
Thank you, Chairman Lance. I drove by this property over the weekend, and I drove by it this morning, wanting to make sure I was familiar with it, and I would fully support the staff's recommendation. There's a property right next to it, I guess that's south, that has a sidewalk. And if you go to the next block, Seeger Drive, has 5-foot sidewalks as well. So I just believe, you all know I'm a strong advocate for sidewalks, and to me it just makes sense to continue that sidewalk down Dias Drive. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roseland.
Yes, I was going to comment on this. I drove up and down Seeger Drive rather than Dias Avenue. I could not find the address. So I screwed up on my addresses, but I fully agree with city staff that we should recommend to deny it because of what was stated in the past. And I always feel if there's room for a sidewalk, there should be a sidewalk there. We should give them the ability to put one in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roseland. Mr. Pettigrew, would you like to make a motion?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve the denial by city staff for the sidewalk on Dias Drive.
We have a motion to deny the request from Councilman Roseland, or excuse me, Councilman Pettigrew, and a second by Councilman Roseland. All in favor of the motion to deny the request, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item 12, Mr. Tech just covered. Did you want to go over that in any more detail, Mr. Tech?
Yes, I would, if I could, please, Mr. Chairman.
Of course.
We had a catastrophic water main failure on St. Joseph Street. I think it was about 3 weeks ago. Did a significant damage to the roadway. We had hoped that we'd be able to get a repair done less than $100,000, which is the bid limit. Unfortunately, we solicited quotes. The lowest quote that we received was $117,000 for the work. So we're bringing this forward because it must be approved by council to get the road fixed. I believe the completion date on this is towards the end of September. So once again, time is of the essence, and we would appreciate your support on awarding this informal quote, if you will, for the repair of St. Joseph Street.
Thank you, Mr. Tech. Mr. Pettigrew?
I'd make a motion to approve this.
Motion to approve by Pettigrew. Second by Maher. Any further discussion on the item? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? Any opposed? Motion passes. Motion to adjourn by Roseland, second by Maher. All in favor? Motion passes. Thank you.